Hey guys, Cold here. Welcome back to Watcher of Realms. I wanted to make this video to give you guys, if you're brand new into the game, some tips in terms of conserving your gold and making the right decisions when you are upgrading your items and which items to keep or sell. The game is very simplistic compared to Raid. If you're coming in from Raid, then make sure you follow through this video to better understand on how gearing works. Since there's only 5 pieces of possible gear, chest piece, weapon, the 2 rings called one is called the ring, one is called the bangle, and the amulet. All right, the way that you have to gear your heroes, it's very specific, and the stats that you're looking for especially are basically the same for the damage dealers, at least after a point, after you reach a point where you can farm comfortably at least mythic gear. Until that point, just work through with what stats you can and push through, but you'll be able to get into mythics sooner than you think, under a month, especially if you spend a little bit more. So what do I mean by that? Have a look at the auto fights that I've just done. I was supposed to do 200 runs, but I thought I'll make a video in at one point. I'll show you guys what gear I have been selling and what I have been keeping in order to better understand on my thought process and how I actually acquire gold within this game. There's the gold rift, which you can go and run, and that takes a lot of energy to bring you back some good amount of gold, I would say, but then it only gives you gold. It doesn't give you gear. I would say it's better to focus on straight up farming gear and then selling that to acquire gold rather than just going into the gold raid. And why do I say that? Because gear is very difficult to acquire at the good stats. It's so difficult that it makes sense to just farm a lot of it and be very brutal with what you keep and what you sell, because you go through so many runs that you won't get, you know, the perfect rolls with just like 50 items farmed. I only farmed like 100 for the purpose of this video. It's a little bit more than 100 items, and I've kept about 10% of that. It's more than 100 actually. I've tried to count it. I thought it was just too much because some of these slots are missing, the others are like that, but I thought I'll show you what I've been keeping and what I've been selling. And the reasoning why I've been selling some of the items, I'll talk it through. So, I've kept this item. It's very, very, very specific. It has crit rate and attack bonus within the very first 3 stats that I'm looking for. If you're trying to get into the late game, you're looking for crit rate and attack bonus for sure in the first 3 stats, and possibly this be a set that will be helpful for a damage dealer. If it's not helpful for a damage dealer, let's say this is a tank set with HP bonus and a defense bonus, you're not looking into getting into the late game. You're looking at mid to late game, where you're gonna be using offset items, so broken items, to get those stat bonuses and the stat requirements met, instead of just getting the additional benefit of the set bonus. Okay, so here I'm getting both the set bonus and also possibly crit rate and attack bonus. I'm trying to get into late game myself, and I'm farming 119. That is how much of a difference actual late game gear and then end game gear becomes, because I'm looking here at 2 stats out of 4 that will help a damage dealer. That's crit rate and attack bonus. If I wanted to be late game and end game, I would be looking at least attack speed as well, or attack flat, and crit damage bonus there as well. So those additional stat bonuses that help the damage dealers. So the next one is very much the same. Look at that, crit rate, attack bonus. This has 3 stats, although attack is the weakest out of attack speed and crit damage bonuses here. And then we're looking at, again, this one, attack bonus and crit rate on the first 3 stats. And anything I sold, it's because it didn't meet this kind of criteria. Maybe it only had crit rate, it didn't have any of the others, or it had crit rate and attack flat, which I don't like at all. If I have the choice, I'll always go with attack bonus instead of attack flat. I will only go with attack flat if I already have attack bonus in there. So this one, attack bonus, crit rate, and attack in the end. This is a potentially, I would consider attack flat as a 2.5 bonus instead of a 3rd bonus here, because of how weak it can be. Even if it rolls on purple, this will be at around the 400 attack mark, which is great, but I would prefer more crit damage or more attack speed. Especially attack speed, if it rolls on purple, I believe is in the 60s mark. So Moving on to the next one, attack bonus, crit rate, crit damage. Again, it met the criteria. This one, crit rate, attack bonus. It's a good set. It's the attack speed set. Potentially can be used. And then attack bonus, crit rate on the third one. Especially if crit rate is on the level 12. When all of these items, I'm not going to level up to full, by the way. I will level them up to maybe until level 4. See how the crit rate rolls. And then sell it or keep it and roll to the next part if it satisfies me. So the same thing here, crit rate attack bonus, dax speed with the good set, by the way, the 119 set attack bonus, crit damage. This one, why did I keep this one? Not sure why I kept this one. This is not a good one. It's only attack bonus and crit damage. Doesn't have crit rate. Maybe I kept it because this is like the warlord set, and maybe I could use crit rate from some other piece. But remember, you need an average roll of 20% on every single piece on crit rate to reach 100% crit rate. So if you don't have that, then if you don't have crit rate at all on one item, you need to either have a hero that has crit rate by himself through awakenings, or have another way to boost his crit rate, let's say through a lord bonus, or something else specific in his kit mentions that he gets a boost to his crit rate. So here, crit rate attack bonus. I'm gonna roll that anyway and see how that goes. And then finally, attack bonus, crit rate attack bonus, attack bonus, crit rate, and then finally attack bonus, crit rate. Okay, so you see all of these items, although I seem to be picky, I'm not that picky. Like I'm still not hunting for just the 3 for the items that have 3 bonuses that I'm looking for. So it can become very tricky, and it can become very expensive. So what is this one? This is a healing effect set. It has crit rate and attack bonus. We'll see on level 8 on how that looks in terms of what to keep and what to sell. But if you have a look at my energy, I loaded up with 4,000 energy and I have 2,700 left. So all of those items that I got was barely anything compared to what we usually spend on summons. When we spend 880 gems on summons, that equals to a ton of energy that we don't really consider. But like if you can load up with 880 energy, like here, it's 3,880 gems worth of energy. It's 3,000 energy almost. So that's a lot of gear that you could farm and then potentially sell for gold. And I'm already looking at the 1 million mark. That barely means 2 items leveled up to 16, but from all of those items I just farmed, I will not level every single one of them to 16. There's no chance. So let's have a look at what I mean by that. It's very simple, but I'm gonna level these to level 4. And by the way, don't worry, in the next patch they'll be adding a way to quick enhance your items, so don't worry about that. So look at how horrible this item rolled. This is one of the absolute sets that you can get, since it's the immortal warrior weapon, but it rolled 10% on the attack bonus. Didn't even roll halfway through. It rolled very bad. So even if it rolls 25% crit rate, this is a very bad item for me. So I cut my losses and sell the item. You're gonna say, Cold Brew, are you nuts? That could have rolled perfectly well. Well, it didn't. So I can't know the future. So even at level 8, it's gonna be costly. Look at that, it already rolled so bad on health, but it could potentially roll good on crit rate, and then maybe I'll gamble it for attack bonus. But crit rate needs to roll in the purple point for it to be worth it for me. So look at that, very easy decision. I sell it and move on. All right, move on. You have to be very picky with the gear. I've only spent 1,300 energy. So is that too much? No, it's not. Especially if you're starting out, you're getting a lot of gems, and once you have a couple of heroes to work on, you don't need additional champions. Look at that. I already know this will be sold. It's not a good item. It only has 2 stats that I'm looking for a damage dealer. So I'm already 0 items so far worth investing to full. So this is just a thing that you'll have to do as you're playing the game. Of course, this takes a lot of time because currently we have the enhance that looks like this. It's slow. It's even slower for level 16, but just suffer through until the next update is out. So here, crit rate rolled at the 18.5%. I think this is worth the level 12. It's on the lower than the average that I'm looking for. I'm looking for 20%, as I said. So instead of going just and selling it, I'm gonna risk it for the attack bonus, which rolls at 20%. This is not a bad roll, and the reason is because this is the immortal warrior weapon, which can potentially be used for HP and defense bonus and have like a tankier hero. Although I wouldn't use it on an absolute damage dealer, by no chance. Maybe in the future we get something that benefits from both attack bonus and HP in terms of damage dealing, but for now there's no plans for that, so I'm not even going to consider level 16 for this one. But it can stay as a level 12 item as an offset for faction trials. All right, faction trials are the ones that you use specific factions to beat. It's like faction wars in raid, if you follow me through raid as well, or you played raid. So here 9% on attack bonus, absolute trash. We sell it and we move on. This is a potentially great item. 3 possible stats that can go well, 3 possible stats that can go absolutely wrong. If crit rate goes wrong, that is the absolute this was the what I didn't want to see. I wanted crit rate to be in the higher side. Attack bonus rolled on 19%. Because this is a warlord weapon, I can consider it, but now the potential that I have good enough gear on the rest of the pieces really falls off. But it can be used on heroes such as Wrath, who Wrath gains 15% crit rate through his awakenings and stuff. So you can use it on a hero like that. But look at this, right? The attack speed, crit rate is low. Kind of sucks. So I'm never gonna get this to 16. I don't think so. So I'm gonna sell it. Although it looked like okay for me to get it to 12, now that I've reconsidered it as I was looking at it, and I thought it's not gonna be worth it ever. So this one will get to level 8. I'm looking for attack bonus to be worth it. This is a warlord breastplate, so hopefully the bonus there supports my decision. But attack bonus needs to be purple here to be worth it. All right, purple or sell. Not even close to purple. So we say goodbye. And yeah, we basically only kept one item so far. So really disappointing, you might think. But this is the way that these RPG games go. Look at the defense bonus there. That's not bad. It helps with general stats. And there's an HP bonus in the end. So it gets you to become tanky. Although you don't need to be tanky at all. As a damage dealer, you just don't need it. Look at this. Attack bonus already. It's looking like a purple item to me. Fully purple item, but will crit rate disappoint us? If crit rate rolls anything below this point, it's so bad. But it needs to roll above 15% for me to be considering using it on a hero. Because this is a chess piece, you don't even need to get it to 16, especially if there's no bonus in the end. That will help you. And why I say that is because this gives you only health. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece. Not end game by any means. It only has 2 stats that you're looking for, but it's a good set. It's the attack percent set, plus it has crit rate over 20% and attack bonus over 20%. So the purple rolls. The defense bonus, it's just an extra, and the HP bonus, I could get that, but it's not worth it right now. I could just equip it on a hero and still get the full benefit, since level 16 will only give me health here from the bonus and the health here on the top from the primary bonus. Okay, so very nice item, but not for end game potential. That is good for just another item that you have. All right, at level 12, considering level 16 for it is only if you have millions and millions and millions of gold. And level 8, come on. And look at that. Look at how horrible this one is, comparing it to the last one. So we sell it. We say that sucked. And we move on. Let's see if we get a level 4 crit rate. Can this be yellow, please? I only have like 2 or 3 items with a yellow roll, which is closing into the end there. This is closing into 20%. That's nice. This is the attack speed set. Although the attack speed doesn't make much sense for many heroes out there, it is a very helpful stat, especially later on. So here, attack bonus rolled very bad. I don't know if I would ever keep this item now with such a low attack bonus, especially because it doesn't give me anything else. So I'm gonna sell it. And the cost that I have for these items is very little. So I started with 1 million and I'm only down 250,000 so far, guys. And you see that you don't need so much gold. Look at this. This is already looking good. The attack bonus there, potentially crit damage, potentially crit rate. Let's see the level 8, please. There we go. Not exactly 20%, but 19.5 is good. So this item I can take to 16 and risk it for the biscuit, right? It also has the whirlwind bonus there. So I'm going to get this to 9 just to have it in my head that it's not a bad item. I don't need to get it to 12 right now. It doesn't give me anything. But I will have it in my mind to possibly level this up if I'm looking for the set bonus on somebody and looking for crit rate, attack bonus. And if I have a weapon with the attack speed bonus there, it's going to go perfectly well together, give me those extra stats. But I'm not going to level it now. There's no reason to. I only have 700,000 gold. I'm still going to go and run my remaining 130 runs or so to see how those go. I'll get another, what, 2 million gold maybe from that. And then I'll come back and maybe level up my items that I deem to be worthy of level 16. So this one rolled bad. Look at the crit rate, 10%. Not worth it. We move on. And this one's an annihilating might breastplate. This gives, I believe, crit damage bonus on the set, which is nice. Let's see the crit rate roll, 10%. Not worth it. 13% actually, but for me it wasn't worth it. When you're first starting out, things like a crit rate ring can help tremendously, but that is when farming rings really that you have to consider it. I wouldn't personally use a crit rate ring unless you just really starting out right now. It's just to get going, right? Look at this attack bonus, looking good. We're above average. So with the level 11, I'm gonna try and get this at 12 basically. Crit rate here ruined me. It's not worth it at all with such a low crit rate bonus. The attack bonus is okay, but I don't need to be risking my gold so much for these kind of bonuses. And you might think I'm picky, but again, as I said, the energy that I spend is so little that it just shows on how much more I can farm to get my gear where I want it to be. So here we have attack bonus, crit rate, attack, a good set. So as I said before, the attack flat is like half of a stat for me. I consider it. So this is like, look at that, almost went yellow, 23.5. This is a worthy set to get to 16. I'll get the added attack bonus. Hopefully this will be around the average at least, and this will give me a solid attack plus the set bonus of crit damage. So already 2 items that are very well worth getting to 16. So I'll have to have in my head to have at least 1 million gold for that. This one, I don't know if it's gonna look well. It doesn't, so I sell it. And then this one has triple stats. I'm gonna probably roll just a crit rate. If it rolls bad, I'll stop it because this is an attack bonus and attack and then attack bonus. So here it rolled 13% with 2.5 stats and then the set bonus. That's worth it. Let's get it to 8. Attack needs to go purple here or close to purple. So purple, by the way, is on the fourth bar. And attack flat rolled bad as well. So just have a look at this. Doesn't this look extremely bad? It does. So we sell it and we move on. And that was all of the items that we did. So we kept 3 items. This one, and this one. All right. This one is worth the level 12. Not worth to get it to 16 just yet. But you see on 3 items kept and then the weapons, 1 item kept, which didn't roll that well, and it's an offset. So 4 items out of more than 100. 4 items kept, with 2 of those only worth getting to level 16. And I'm still only like 400,000 gold down. And I've been progressing through Tales of the Smith, which is the upgrading of items type of event. And I'll get this done slowly but surely this way, okay? I don't need to get it done the first 20 minutes of the event. I don't need to get it done. I go there with my own pace and I get it done, and I just carry on. I'm looking good also in the Lost Legacy, which is farming gear raid 1. There's some extra stamina for me, extra energy, and then finishing off my dailies and stuff. So this was the video, guys. I hope you found it helpful and insightful on what to be doing within the game. Let me know down in the comments on what you think and what's your own guidance for maybe other players who might see this video. I'm very welcome to tips for the newer players, and leave it down as a comment. Thank you all for watching. Take your time and subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.